What's really keeping you stuck? It's not your age. It's not your job. It's not your circumstances. It's your beliefs. And today I'm going to show you how to reset your mindset so you can rock the second half of your life. I'm Julie Waas, host of Midlife Unleashed. I'm a lawyer, I'm a coach, I'm an artist, I'm an author, and I'm a professional speaker. And guess what? Everything except lawyer I did after midlife. So you can do it too. And it's all about your beliefs. So let me ask you something. What do you think about yourself? Do you think that you have the ability to do all the things, for instance, that I did after midlife? And oh, I forgot. I also ran two half marathons, a bunch of 10Ks. Never did that when I was younger. I barely exercised. We all have this image in our minds sometimes of what we can't do. And then you get to be of a certain age, where like now all the commercials, talk about things for older people. And, you start thinking, oh no, 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 I'm too old. I'm too old to start again. I'm too old to reinvent myself. I'm too old to run, to exercise, to do any of these things. I had the time when I was young and I really didn't have the time. I wanted to do it then, but now I can't do it. And guess what? That's because you have the wrong mindset. It's all about what's going on between the two ears. I always talk about there's like this little major general that sits outside of your ear, that little voice out there, not the voice in here in your heart, your intuition. I'm talking about that little guy outside saying, oh, you're too old. Oh, it's too late. No, 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 you might hurt yourself. You might embarrass yourself. Oh, no, don't get started doing something else. Tell the little guy that he needs to shut his mouth. Honestly, you got it. You have decades of experience, decades of wisdom. Now it's time to put it to good use so that you can have the most amazing second half of your life. So I was working with a woman who really like epitomized imposter syndrome. So she was a very accomplished professional and she felt like she was an imposter, that she really didn't have the goods to do the things that she wanted to do. And it was really kind of sad to listen to that. But who hasn't felt like they were an imposter? We all do at some point in our lives. So anyway, when I got to talking to her and asking her to describe herself, her true self, she used very powerful words to describe herself. So what I'd invite you to do is to sit down and really think about what is your true self. Now follow the little voice in your heart, which is your true north, and not that little guy standing outside your ear saying you're too old, it's too late, you can't do it. Think about who you are, what you've done, and come up with some words to describe yourself. They should be very powerful words that are your true core. They could be that you are confident, you're self-disciplined, you're powerful. You're bold. Think of those words and then write them down and then put I am in front of them. And all of a sudden, you're going to have some mantras. You're going to have mantras. For instance, my mantra that I say every single day to myself is I am capable. I am strong. I believe in myself and I'm doing this for me. And imagine you can rewire your mindset. You can reset your mindset by simply coming up with powerful words to describe yourself, who you really are. And all of a sudden, that fear of moving forward, the what will I do with the rest of my life becomes an exciting opportunity. It's not the answer to what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, but it gives you the strength and the motivation to move forward. And in future episodes, we'll talk about how you can now put those words to work and to try to figure out now what do I do want to do as I move forward with the second half of my life. So if you come up with three words, please share them in the comments. And if there's someone that you think could benefit from this video, please share it with them. But most of all, please subscribe to Midlife Unleashed, because in the future, I will be talking about all the different ways and the different strategies you can use to reinvent your life. And also, if you want to pick up my reinvention blueprint, which is a free guide. The link is in the description, and you can pick that up and start working on figuring out what you want to do with the rest of your life. And also, if you want to pick up my Unstoppable Mornings journal, that will start your day with great habits. If you checked out one of my earlier episodes, you would have heard about that as well, and that's available on Amazon. So think about starting over with new words, with a new mantra for every day. And that way you can get started getting ready to unleash your midlife. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.